Satan is to us
a bishop of Rome.
Symbol rather
That's
than an anthropomorphic being.
on English
Although
soil.
many members of the Church of Satan who are mystically inclined would prefer to think of Satan in a very real anthropomorphic way. Of course, we do not discourage
truly
this
come
because we realize that
At
to
the
many
service of
individuals,
unity in love,
a picture, a well-wrought picture
I come
of
as a friend.
their mentor or their tutelary
And I am
divinity is
deeply
very
grateful
important for them to
for your
conceptualize ritualistically. However,
have always
Satan symbolically
admired
is the
Your
teacher,
love of
the
freedom,
informer
your generous
of the wise
hospitality
and the
to
wherefores
other peoples
of the world.
in their adversity.
In answer to those who
As
would label us
Some
devils
Poland
or be very quick
have the
to
strongest,
assume us to be
most
Satan
personal
worshippers,
reason
I want to say that
for this
Satan
admiration
studies
for the towns of God.
we do not grovel, we do not sit down Satan is an organization which is comprised of Satanists who, because of their ability to lifestyles, reflect a higher than average human. The Church of Satan. The Satanist will become the prototype for a more rational, more finely tuned society. The stress has been on nude altars. The nude altar is an integral part of the Satanic and with good reason. The nude altar represents man's fleshly heritage, the very earth, the mother, the womb from whence we came. And we feel that there's nothing to fall out of either, nothing like that, just illusion about the womb is destroyed for law. We also feel that there's nothing wrong with bodies, with our sexual or with any type of sexual activity. We feel as though the ritual church is no place for either overtly or covertly. And there's no need to be able in our
directly to you
sexual
this great cathedral.
Now, for centuries, both churchmen and laymen have been defining the devil according to their needs. All the while,
An eloquent
playing the game
witness.
of muzzling the enemy.
Oh,
They've been inventing rules of how devils should behave, how Satanists should behave, how devil worshippers should act.
and to the sense years
In an
of
authoritative
division
position to do
that
it.
followed.
Because naturally, they are the men of God, they are the men of the church.
In a few
Supposedly,
moments,
they are the men who can do battle
Archbishop Ramsey
and been absolving
join
their
me
parishioners
in
of
signing
devil's prompting.
common
In this
declaration.
manner have they maintained a convenient means by which to escape the blame for their inadequacies or
The
indiscretion.
steps we have
Never
already
made me
taken
good. As long
along
as
the
we
path of
stop
unity.
alibi. Once again,
and state the plans we propose
now,
and the hopes we entertain for the next stage of our common pilgrimage.
yet many, while laughing, still play the old game of self-deceit
These hopes
and blame the devil in one way or another.
will
So
come
the
to
old game
nothing
still going on.
if our
This has
striving
made
for
every
unity
in a vow
is not
the world
rooted
will be a cup.
in our union with God.
The devil's name for centuries. Now refute
the eve
Satanism
of
with a
his
passion, employing it as the other side
Jesus
of the fence, which
called
they are
his
most certainly
disciples.
not. All manner of occultists,
If you
from
love
ESP
me,
researchers to faith healers,
you will
denounce
keep
Satanism
my
as
commandments.
worthless, meaningless, dangerous,
We
and
have
nasty.
felt compelled
But never is there to be found a
to come
positive
together here today
We Satanists only
obedience
smile
to the
at
great
such
commandment.
transparencies, because they are
the
transparent.
commandment of love.
their motivations are most clear.
Love
It shows that even those who now claim emancipation from inquisitors need devils themselves in order to make their art more palatable to others.
means
Ironically, the masters of the world have always been saints.
and
The
true.
masters of magic have always been
Near to man
satanic.
by
That
means
is,
of love.
magic without the practice of self-deceit. For self-deceit is always
Mindful
an inhibiting factor.
of this,
Ultimate
I lift up
of the
the
natural
Lord
fact.
this prayer.
Great devil's advocates of the past.
Oh Christ,
Friedrich Nietzsche, Mark Twain,
may
Herbert Spencer, H.G. Wells,
that this part
Shaw,
today's
all of them.
encounter
They were able to hold the looking glass of the man.
of the Spirit
Man momentarily dealing with self-deceit.
and be made fruitful,
The Orbis to find souls in mysterious warfare.
and now is
Time for organization of devils is not yet ready.
The Holy Father speaks
Devils.
to the young people. I should
The
say,
only a strong organized movement
Holy
forced to
Father
mirror a
Christ
self-ideal
speak
for the world and police.
I speak to you of the hopes and ideals
It has been said the most powerful thing in the world is the idea
of marriage and
The idea that the enemy might conceivably have something worthwhile to say is not
the
real.
strength
In fact,
to be faithful
it's that demon within
to
each
your
is really an
marriage
enemy,
vows
as it was so long before.
in your love for God
Or will it be recognized as the guiding spirit of enlightenment that it really is?
and for
You
your
must remember
children.
the word demon does not imply
Let this love
evil, but
be
simply
the road
guiding spirit,
that
motivating.
stands firm
Man must
in the
quit fearing
face
himself.
of every storm
Only
and
when the man
temptation.
takes himself from dubious
What that the blessing
interpretation
put the bold wish
rise above
for your families.
beyond
Then what Saint Paul wished for the Christians of Colossae. Be close in sincere compassion, in kindness and humility, gentleness and patience. Bear with one another. Forgive each other as soon as a quarrel begins. The Lord has
Daddy, do you have a cigarette for me? I think maybe it's getting late. Maybe time is running out. You know, I knew somebody once rifled through his drawers. I wasn't that suspicious, but you know these things, they happen. But Muñeca, do you have a towel? See those people gather around. Baby, do you have a light? What's it like in Ohio? Baby. What you wanna call me? Muñeca. Happy, do you like my dress? You know, I think the color pink suits my complexion. Or is it a reflection of the sky outside? You know, why there's people crowding around? You know, I think your time is running out. What was your name anyway? No lipstick on his collar, but maybe it was blood. I don't know to this because, I have to get a cab somewhere after here. I don't want to push you, but, I've got to go someplace. There's something burning in the kitchen. Did I put the pepper in? Oh, dear. You can't, you have to forgive yourself for these running around. Don't you know how it is out in the street? I think it's it must be like that for you a little bit, huh? It's a bit of a commotion. Not, I have no regrets, but I did feel a little bit bad, It's kind of like, it's like.
Watching you on the screen. Watching you on the screen.
I want to be a porno star. I want to be a porno star.
Watching you on the screen. Watching you on the screen.
I want to be a porno star. I want to be a porno star.
Watching you on the screen. Watching you on the screen.
Oh baby, is the gospel according to some, the blind, leading the blind, leading the blind, leading the blind, taking the time, changing the mind, leading the blind, leading the blind. Make a decision at the edge of the night, the blind, leading the blind. Make an incision into someone's life, the blind, leading the blind. My head is jammed with phone calls, the blind, leading the blind. Uptown, downtown, keep the faith, the blind, leading the blind, leading the blind, leading the blind. Inside out, back again, the blind, leading the blind. Blind, leading the blind, leading the blind, leading the blind. Reps per minute, everything speeds the blind, leading the blind. Main doors, side doors, close the blind, leading the blind. Start at the beginning, begin at the end, the blind, leading the blind. This is the gospel and the gospel lies the blind, leading the blind, leading the blind, leading the blind. This is the gospel according to some, the blind, leading the blind. This is the gospel according to none, the blind, leading the blind. Make a decision at the edge of a night, the blind, leading the blind. Make a decision into someone's blind, the blind, leading the blind. My head is jammed with phone calls from the blind, leading the blind, leading the blind. Uptown, downtown, keep the faith, the blind, leading the blind. Stream of unconscious, but I'm alive, the blind, leading the blind, leading them inside out, back again, the blind, leading the blind. Inside out, back again, the blind, leading the blind, leading the blind, leading the blind. Never lose your shadow, the blind, leading the blind. Never lose your shadow, the blind, leading the blind. Well, this is the gospel according to some, the blind, leading the blind. This is the gospel and the gospel lies, the blind, leading the blind is lying. Uptown, downtown, keep the faith, the blind, leading the blind. Never lose your shadow, the blind, leading the blind. Then inside out, back again, the blind, leading the blind. Uptown, downtown, keep the faith. My head is jammed with phone calls from the blind, the blind. Well, this is the gospel and the gospel lies, the blind, the blind. This is the gospel, it's changing your mind, the blind, leading the blind. This is the gospel according to some, the blind, leading the blind. Make a decision into someone's life, the blind, leading the blind, leading the blind, leading the blind, changing the time, leading the blind, leading the mind, losing your mind, taking the time. Down, keep the faith, the blind, the blind. Inside out, back again, the blind, leading the blind. Keep the faith, the blind, leading the blind. Inside out, back again, the blind, leading the blind. Never lose your shadow.